Only last year, they had people going to Saudi Arabia in order to fight to protect Kuwait. Do you remember that? Do you know who the Prime Minister of Kuwait is today? He's an Arab. He's a Muslim. His name is Sheikh Saad bin Abdullah Al Sabah. And this is what he looks like. When he came to America, they wouldn't put him on CNN. They didn't put him on ABC in the evening news. Why didn't they want you to know that this is the Crown Prince of Kuwait? My brother and your brother. They don't want us getting together. They want you to believe that Islam is just a religion for Arabs, and the Arabs don't look like you. You don't have anything in common with them, so don't listen to what they have to say. But when you see the man, you begin to realize we are one. King Saud, Saudi Arabia, one of the former kings of Saudi Arabia. They have an Islamic bank in Saudi Arabia, headed up by a Saudi Arabian. His name is Dr. Muhammad Ali. Dr. Muhammad Ali. Here. He's not born in Africa. He's born in Saudi Arabia. This is Dr. Muhammad Ali. They tell you should hate the PLO because there's a group of Europeans who call themselves Jews who want to steal that land. They want to take the land. And in order to be successful, they have to divide you. They don't want the world to know. They don't want the African people to know. They don't want the Muslims to know that the land they are trying to steal belongs to Northeast Africa. We used to walk over that land with Abraham, who was black, and Moses, who was black. You say, well, don't say Abraham was black. He was a Jew. How do you know? When the question was asked of Mr. Tacitus, the most famous historian of Rome, Tacitus said, everyone knows in Rome, this is 80 A.D., that Abraham, the founder of the Jews, came and originated in Ethiopia. So what do you think he looked like? 80 A.D. You want to see a Palestinian? A brave sister that suffered for 11 years in an Israeli jail. And the Israeli soldiers said that if she didn't confess, they were going to make her father rape her in front of all of the soldiers. That's what Fatima Banawi endured. And we don't even know who she is. Brothers and sisters, and ladies and gentlemen, before you make your choice between Islam or Christianity, meet Fatima Banawi, the only female member of the PLO on the executive committee, the only female decision maker in the PLO is Fatima Banawi. She was not born in Nigeria. She was not born in Ghana. She was born in Jerusalem, where a group of Europeans have tried to kick her out and claim the land for themselves. 10,000 BC. 10,000 BC. I'm going to tell you something. Now, please, now, hold on. Hold on, whatever you can. Hold on. Just don't be tipping on the chair. Hold on, because this can knock you over. 10,000 BC, in the land of northern India, a group of people lived called the Harappian people, Mohenjo-daro. And they had villages over 1,000 from northern India near the Ganges River all the way to Russia. Over 1,000 villages, the same architectural style. But in Harappa, they built houses in a shopping center 10,000 BC. And they had two-story houses with toilets in the houses. When Europeans were trying to find caves to live in. Because Europeans just came onto the planet around 10,000 years ago. A highly advanced civilization in India. And people have been searching to try to find out what did they look like, hoping they were white. Hoping. Archaeologists searching and scratching out in the hot sun, seeing if they could find out who they were. And if they found out first, you may never know. Like the pyramids chopping off their noses. Hoping you wouldn't recognize the Sphinx if the nose was chipped off. Chopping off the nose. But I recognize my blood. You can chop off the nose, the hands, the feet. I know my blood. Finally, they found one of the princesses of the Harappan society in India. You've been taught you don't have anything in common with Indians. And Indians have been taught they don't have anything in common with you. And the same person taught both of us. This is the princess. This is the princess who ruled over the homes 2 stories high that had toilets in every home, a drainage system on the outside 10,000 BC. Because the Quran said, travel, learn, bring the knowledge back, share. The Muslims in West Africa start traveling. They reached Mexico long before Columbus. How do I know it? Columbus said on his way to Mexico and back, he saw Africans in boats returning to Africa. That wasn't their first trip. The Aztec Indians made monuments of the Africans so that the world would remember. They didn't make any monuments of Cortez because Cortez came murdering and robbing and exploiting and raping. They wanted to forget him as quickly as possible. But the Muslims from Timbuktu came with brotherhood. Here's the statue that the Aztecs made of the visitors before Columbus, down at the bottom. At the top are the rulers of Ecuador. Rulers. These are not the servants. These are not those who held coffee pots. These are the rulers. They were Muslims. They were Mandingos. They were our people, and we need to know our history. This is what the white people did. Made Jesus white. Made the angels white. No way in the world for Jesus to be white. Jesus told John he wasn't white. In the first chapter of the book of Revelations, Jesus told John that he had hair like lamb's wool and skin like burnt brass. How did the Pope get these pictures? Why do the Christians have them today if they have changed their ethnic and racial views? You see this coin? This was minted in the 4th century AD by a famous Roman emperor called Justinian. On one side was the picture of Justinian, the other side was the picture of Jesus. This is the oldest image that we have of Jesus from any source. This is what people thought Jesus looked like, and you can tell he does not look